Hi calculus students, this is Claire, your calculus instructor for fall 2020 at Pierce College. So I'm here just to give you a little introduction about me and about the class, just to let you know what the structure is going to be like and what you can expect this quarter. So as I said, my name is Claire. I'd prefer if you call me Dr. Claire or Professor Claire, or honestly Claire is fine too. I do have my PhD though, and I'm trying to kind of own up to it and sit in that role, so if you could call me Dr. Claire, that would be my preference. So in terms of my background, before we start talking about the class, I have my PhD as of 1 year ago from Oregon State University, and I studied mathematics education, specifically how we teach math at the college level. So my PhD is in math, but I got to do my research in education, so I'm really passionate about teaching. I love thinking about teaching, talking about teaching, and teaching itself, so I'm really excited to be here and to be doing this quarter of calculus with you. Before I did my graduate program in Oregon, I'm actually from Minnesota, so I'm from northern Minnesota, Duluth to be specific, but I moved out here to the Pacific Northwest and I absolutely love it, and I can't really imagine leaving at this point. It's just been so great to be here and to live here. Other than teaching and math, I don't really know what my hobbies are, if I'm being honest. Like, things have changed so much since the pandemic happened, so I guess I wish I read more books. That was one of the hobbies I wish I had more. I wish I spent more time outside with the smoke being bad in the air and just sort of being scared to get sick. I haven't been spending nearly as much time outside as I would like. And I'd also like to be spending more time doing yoga or at the gym, but it's hard to do those things too. So I guess those would be my hobbies, but it's really hard to know, honestly, with everything going on. I bet you understand too, with the world changing, it's just been sort of weird to keep up with ourselves and what we like and what's going on with that. So I guess I don't really have that much interesting to say about me. The only other thing is my whole world is basically my partner and our dog right now. It's all I do is being at home with them. So you'll probably see some pictures of Bella, that's our dog, going forward just because I really love her and I take tons of videos and photos of her. So I'm sure she'll end up in videos as I post them throughout the term. Okay, alright, let's move on from me and start talking about the class. So if you've had a class with me before, the structure of this course is going to be pretty similar, but I do have some adjustments, and it's specifically to the project we're doing and to the grading system. So the things that are the same and the things that I stay consistent with in my teaching is that we'll have 3 different types of weekly assignments, and those weekly assignments will repeat every week on the same schedule. So the first assignment you have is a reflection. It's a discussion board post. I know you probably have a ton of those and you might be getting sick of them, but the whole point of the reflection is just to think back on what you learned the previous week and make sure it's sort of making sense, talk about your own learning, talk to others about their learning, just reflect on the process and how things have been going. Then on Friday, you're going to have a WAMAP homework due. So the WAMAP homework is through the online system. It's called WAMAP. It's an acronym for something. I honestly don't even know what it is, but it's a free system for you to do online homework questions. So that will automatically check your final answers and give you multiple attempts to try to get the answer correct. And this is really meant to just give you a way to practice your skills and sort of the things we want you to become fluent with in math throughout the quarter. If you've had WAMAP before with a different teacher, they might have had a separate website that you had to log into. I have everything in WAMAP integrated into my class, and so you don't need to log in, you don't need a class ID, you don't need any codes or anything. The homework should all be there. The homework will always be 10 questions or less, so you don't have to worry that it's going to be super long or that you have tons of assignments. Then the third type of homework that we have each week is a written assignment. So this will be about 2 pages, and you just need to somehow turn in your own work as a PDF. So you could type it on your computer, you could write it on a tablet, or the way I would probably do it would just be to write it by hand and then scan it in using my phone. You can either write it on plain paper or maybe print off the version I give you and fill that in, but all you really need to do is just make sure you can turn in a PDF. To help you do your homework each week, I will have lesson videos that I make and post. So this is my second time teaching this class, and so I actually have lots of the lesson videos already made, but I'll be supplementing and making some additional ones to go with it. So don't think you're on your own. I'm here to help you. I know learning online, it might be new for you, or it might not be your favorite thing. So just know that I'm trying my best to give you as much as I can to help you learn, and I'm here for you to come to if you have any questions. Then instead of exams or tests, I should pause for that. No exams, no tests, no quizzes, no timed anything. So instead of having big assessments, big tests, we're going to be doing a concept portfolio that builds throughout the quarter. So about every 2 weeks, starting in week 3, you will have some portion of that portfolio due. What you turn in will be a rough draft, and we'll continue editing it throughout the quarter. I'm still working on all the details. I want to make sure I get it right, so you'll see that next week in terms of what you're expected to do and more instructions, and I think it'll be really awesome and a good way for you to be creative and show me what you've learned. So those are the homeworks and assignments that you're going to be expected to do. The other thing that's sort of unusual about this class is I'm trying out a new grading system. So it's not like a new grading system that I invented, I'm just adopting it from some research I've read and from some people I've spoken to who are math teachers in other parts of the country. So this is called mastery-based grading, and I'm going to have a whole separate video explaining it to you, but I really think it's actually going to make it simpler for you to get the grades you want at the end of the day, or at the end of the quarter. But at the beginning it might be a little scary to you and it might be a little confusing. So I'm doing everything I possibly can to make it make as much sense as possible, so you can check out the other video to learn more about that. This class doesn't have any required Zoom meetings, so there are no times like you need to show up or things you have to do at like a certain time of day, but I will have optional drop-in hours throughout the week for students who want to come in and talk to me and go through work. So these are really meant to be hours to help you, so I'll be there. I can screen share on my iPad, we can do math together. If you have some homework that you're struggling with, I'll happily do it with you. Honestly, if you come to me with a question, I will help you answer it. I'm not leaving you on your own, I'm here to help you. Okay, so I think that's everything about the class, at least the basics. Remember, if you want to learn more about the grading system, you can watch the other video, but at the beginning, you probably don't even really need to worry about it. Just go forward, start learning, it's going to be fine, I promise. Okay, lastly, I just really want to make it clear that I know the world is crazy right now, and like, honestly, at the beginning, we were like, these are unprecedented times, but these aren't unprecedented, this is just what we're doing now. So I'm really trying to do the best I can every day, every week in this class, and all I ask is that you do the same, but just know that if stuff comes up for you, you need extra time, or if you need extra help, I'm here for you, I'm happy to help. I want to be as flexible as possible to help you be successful. So reach out if you need anything. That's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.